You know, there's a version of you in an alternate universe that doesn't sabotage themselves just before a payout. There's a version of you that doesn't give all their profits back to the market. And there's a version of you that doesn't spiral after a single losing trade. And this version of you is able to consistently come to the market, and irrespective of what the market presents with them that trading day, a win or a loss, they're unreactive to that. They simply consistently stick to their trading plan. And this version of you is able to scale up with multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding, if not millions of dollars in funding, and every month get consistent payouts from the market. And this version of you is able to quit the uninspiring 9-to-5 job and provide for your family from your trading and build significant momentum. Now, if you're already doing all those things, then this video probably isn't for you. But if you want to get even just one step closer to that version of you as a trader, then this video may be useful. Now, there are really two things you want to focus on once you clearly define your trading edge and you put that trading edge into a mechanical trading plan. So I'm running this video on an assumption that you already have a trading strategy, it's proven, you know it has an edge, and you also have a wise risk management approach that limits your losses per trade, limits your daily losses, your max daily loss, and it also has some degree of a drawdown protocol, meaning the closer you go to a 10% drawdown, the less you risk to protect your capital. So I'm assuming you already have those things. But then you really want to focus on your pre and post mindset, because it's your mindset before and after every trade that determines whether you're going to go into that trade in an emotional state or in a process-based state. It's your pre and post mindset that determines whether it's your amygdala that's fired up out of greed and fear, that's trading based on what you think is going to happen next in the market and based on what you want to happen in the market, or your more executive function in your brain that simply observe the market rationally and objectively and trade only if there's a trade that aligns with your trading plan. So once you have your trading plan together, your mechanical trading strategy, once you have proper risk management, you then want to zero in and focus on your pre and post mindset. Now, before every trade, you want to be becoming aware of why you're taking that particular trade. Firstly, it's always wise with a piece of paper and a pen to do a little bit of a pre-trade check-in and note down, are you in an emotional state right now? Are you coming into the market anxious or greedy or elated, either positively emotional or negatively emotional? And it's wise to write down your emotional level out of 10. 1 being, I feel very poised and calm. 10 being, I'm highly emotional, whether highly fearful or highly greedy. And it's wise to do a little pre-trade check-in. And then before every trade, you want to be asking yourself, why am I taking this particular trade? Am I taking this trade because I think it's going to go in a certain direction? I think it's going to make me a certain amount of money? Or am I taking this trade because it truly aligns with my trading plan? And irrespective of the outcome of this individual trade, I don't care because I'm taking a trade that aligns with my plan. I know my plan has an edge over a large sample space of trades. Those are two very different types of mindsets. One mindset, which is an outcome-based thinking, is where you're projecting your ideas onto the market, expecting the market to give you something. And it's the traders who expect things from the market on the individual trade that ultimately have the most emotional trading, and ultimately are the traders that get significantly humbled by the market. Because it's unrealistic to expect an individual outcome on an individual trade. It's unrealistic to come to the market every single day and every single trade and pull profits from the market. But what's realistic is to, if you stick to your edge over a large sample space, 100, if not 1,000 trades, irrespective of the oscillations between winning and losing, it's realistic to expect that your edge will eventually approximate, and you'll approximate your edge over a large sample space. That's realistic. So before every trade you take, it's wise to check in. What emotional state am I in? Before every trading session. And then before every trade, it's wise to check in and ask the question, why am I taking this trade? Am I taking this trade because I'm trying to validate the ideas in my mind? Or am I taking this trade because it truly aligns with my trading plan? And if it truly aligns with your trading plan, then it's important to check in and remind yourself that even though this trade aligns with your trading plan, it may not be a win on this individual trade. And this is where you can do a little pre-trade visualization, visualizing both potential outcomes of that trade, win and loss, and you being unfazed, and you just focusing on the fact that you took a trade that aligns with your plan. And eventually you'll approximate consistent profitability, because eventually you'll approximate your edge. So this is the little pre-trade routine that I encourage all my traders to do. And if you need to do some sort of physiological change, some sort of deep breathing or some sort of meditation to get you into more of a primed state, then that's wise to do as well. Now, after every trade, but just keep in mind here that your emotional state after trading, after you take a trade, is highly dependent on your expectations before that trade. Because if you're going into a trade expecting that individual trade to be a win and expecting that individual trade to be profitable, and the market doesn't give you what you're expecting on that individual trade, guess what you're gonna feel? You're gonna feel like you're disappointed. You're gonna feel highly emotional. You're gonna feel angry. You're gonna feel frustrated. Not because of the market, but because you have unmet expectations. The expectations you were imposing on the market on that individual trade have gone unmet, which means these negative emotions. So the more and more you balance your pre-trade expectations, then the less emotional you're gonna be after trades. Meaning you can increase the probability of sticking to your trading plan, because think about what most traders do. They take a trade, they take a loss, they get angry. They then go back in the market to revenge. They revenge trade, they overtrade, they over-risk to try and make back profits. These are all things that take you away from being the trader that you want to be. Being the trader deep down that you know you can be, that's pulling consistent profits out of the market. So what's crucial after you trade is that you do a little check-in and you have built up this self-awareness, and you do a little bit of a review of that trading session. Was it a win? Was it a loss? And after that win and loss, what state am I in? Because if it's after a win, you may feel a little elated. You may feel a little bit proud. You may feel like you're starting to figure out this trading thing. And you may feel like you can come into the market at any time and pull profits from the market. But I assure you, and this isn't difficult to prove, if you don't learn to humble yourself after you're winning trades, the market's gonna humble you. And I see this every week, if not every day, with traders that come through my mentorship program or I work in one-on-one. You know, they message me and they said, Pat, I had the best trading day, I've had the best trading week. And guess what? They're messaging me the following day or the following week. I've just had the worst trading day, I've had the worst trading week. Yes, because if you get proud over a trading win and you exaggerate your abilities, you're gonna think you're invincible in the markets. You're gonna start deviating from your trading plan. You're gonna start thinking that there's no risk in the market. So you can jump into any trade and you think through this self-aggrandizing, self-exaggerating state that you can pull from the market at any point in time. So what's crucial after your winning trades is you learn to humble yourself. You ground yourself. You remind yourself of the potential as a trader. You remind yourself that you haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible. You remind yourself of all the flaws and all the drawbacks and all the disservices, not to beat yourself up, but to humble yourself, to get yourself back to a state of balance. So you can see both benefits and drawbacks. You can see both reward and risk. You can see the realities of trading, except instead of creating this bias and creating this idea in your own mind that you've got it all figured out. Because if you don't humble yourself, you're gonna get humbled by the market. And one of those options is a lot cheaper. Now, if you took a trading loss, what's crucial is you learn to lift yourself. You learn to remind yourself of the things you've done well and bring yourself out of the pit. Because if you don't, then you're gonna come into the next trading day in a state of fear. You're gonna be coming into the next trading day if the market presents an opportunity to you out of this fear state over that previous loss. You may be scared to take that opportunity because of that previous loss. And you may not take positions that the market's presented to you that could be profitable and are part of your edge because of that perceived fear of experiencing a loss again. So it's crucial that after your wins and losses, you learn to humble yourself or lift yourself respectively. You learn to manage yourself, otherwise you will be run by the market. And this is what I've observed with the best traders. If you want to get to being the best version of you as a trader, sticking to your trading plan, building consistent profitability, scaling up, pulling payouts, you have to manage yourself, your expectations before your trades, and your mindset after wins and losses, so that you can stay process-based, you can stay sticking to your trading plan. Now traders, back by popular demand, but only for a couple more weeks, I've released the Trading Psychology Archetype Quiz. And if you haven't done that already, that's a worthy quiz to go through to identify what type of a trading mindset you have. And at the end of that quiz, I also give you a personalized report on what you can do with your personal archetype to get you consistently profitable. Now, if you found this video useful, you're gonna love the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset 2.0 tool. That's the tool that runs you through the exact process pre-trade that I was running you through in this video. But it's set up in a tool that guides you step by step. And traders, before you click away, I want you to watch this video that's gonna pop up on your screen. It's a 15-minute video where I show you the science behind bulletproofing your trading mindset. And I go more in depth into the psychology, the neuroscience, the science behind a successful trader's mindset. And of course, if you find my YouTube channel useful and you find these videos useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and it helps get this content out to the traders that need it most. All right, traders, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.